Rare Canada Value Stamps. The French-Canadian stamps of 1933 and 1934 come in 4 pieces of nominal values, ranging from 1 to 10 Canadian cents. 1 Canadian dollar is divided into 100 cents. On all these pieces you will be able to see on the center the nominal value to number reported in large, above the words postage due, which is written in the French language. The latter is the co-official language together with the English language. This is because Canada is populated for 24% by French people. Under the face value you will see the inscriptions, cents to be received, Canada. Today this quatrain together is worth $27. The political stamps of 1927 depict the busts of several politicians who have held important roles in Canadian politics. On the 5-cent Canadian dollar stamp, you will notice the bust of Thomas D'Arcy McGee, who in 1867 served as a member of the West Canadian Parliament, believed to be the father of the Canadian Confederation, or a process by which some British, Scottish and other provinces present in the country they came together in a single Canadian federation. On the 12-cent stamp instead, the bust of Wilfrid Laurier, 7th President Prime Minister in office for 14 years from 1896 to 1911. On the right the bust of John Alexander Macdonald, 1st President Prime Minister who ruled Canada for 6 years from 1867 to 1873. Unfortunately the hard fist towards the Amerindian people present in the central Canadian plains can be traced back to him, who forcibly appropriated their lands, causing famines and mass executions. On the 20-cent stamp, on the left the bust of Robert Baldwin, joint Premier of the province of Western Canada for several non-continuous years. From 1842 to 1851, he led the first government in the Western Canadian province without revolution and violence. To the right, the bust of LaFontaine, first Premier of Eastern Canada, in office for several non-continuous years from 1842 to 1851. These 3 original stamps are now worth $34 together. The historical postage stamps of Canada year 1946 depict landscapes, vehicles, architecture of the country, of various face values ranging from 1 to 50 Canadian cents. On the center, the history and culture of the country is represented. Over the inscription Canada. Under the value of the stamp reported in letters or cents. On the sides the value shown as a number. Stamps issued in hundreds of miles of pieces. Today if you have this whole collection it's worth $40. The 5th King George stamps issued from 1911 to 1916 depict the bust of the ruler who ruled the United Kingdom and the British overseas dominions for 26 years from 1910 to 1936. Canada is part of the Commonwealth realm countries. It was among the first countries along with the United Kingdom to establish this international body. On the center, the King's profile faces left. George V is also remembered for having been a great lover of philately. In fact it was he who created the Royal Philatelic Collection, with nominal values ranging from 1 to 50 Canadian cents. Above the bust is written, Canadian Post. Below the picture, the value of the stamp shown both in letters and numbers on the sides. If you own all these 7 original pieces, then you'll have a $110 value on hand. The King and Landscape stamps issued in 1930 and 1931. They depict for stamps worth 1 cent to 8 cents. The portrait of the 5th King George. You will notice the classic writings shown both at the top of the image, that is, Canada, is below the value shown in letters and a number. On the pieces from 10 cents to 1 Canadian dollar, there are buildings and landscapes that are part of Canada. This complete collection is now worth $135.